What is up, and welcome to Loose Beats, where we chill out and make a beat. I'm Toby, aka Cushing, from the T&D YouTube channel. Make sure you check out everything we do. And today we got a new beat for you. This one's an unnamed one, but it kind of sounds like one of those fight songs in a karate movie, but like nowadays. And so maybe call it HIYA. And so I'm gonna go ahead and let you check out our drop here. Yeah, so we got this heavy hair metal element, and we've got some little lighter, kind of spacey elements too. So, and then we got some hip hop drums, and it really mixes up the tone for me. I like, just finding these little weird areas that I haven't ever delved into. But first off, we got our melody here being played by a guitar, and it's a palm muted little riff, and it's under your ringing tremolo, which is under your clean guitars. It's just an amp and pedal setup. You get throws this ringer on for you, which is, I'm pretty sure it's a micro phaser. Not positive though. And then we got your amp, which it throws you right here. It kind of looks like a Vox. I don't know if this is their imitation of a Vox, or they kind of just bring out all these big brands and then kind of remake their tone. But yeah, we got this nice little palm muted picking to start us out. Just a creeping up on you feel. See, that's a good breakaway point too. Like, I don't know, I'm always making these back alley fight songs. Like, I feel like, I like the build up with the palm muted and then drop something hair metal on them. And so, working with this guitar melody here, we have a marimba that comes in as one of our spacey kind of noises. You can see our MIDI down here. Yeah, and see that little chromatic step at the end there too is kind of what makes it a little more haunting to me. Then rather than just that kind of gritty guitar sound, you add a little bit of space in there, mix it up. And along with the marimba, we have we have a synth pad here, dripping cycles, and it's under your arpeggiated synth basics. So it's actually under arpeggiator and not synth first. But dripping cycles is running this little thing. Very hairy sounding, like, you know what I mean? It kind of feels weird against your ears, like hair in your ears, the static that's in there. And then, of course, you've got like the deeper kind of little drum sounds, little like marimba conga mix kind of sounds like they're being played together, along with that weird static moving. That's what gets me, is that static. That it creeps through your head if you're if you're doing a stereo effect. It just kind of creeps and crawls back and forth between your ears. But that one's just running this arpeggiated little step to accent and kind of take the place of this marimba when the actual drop hits. Just to still keep that spacey thing, but get away from the kind of childlike, more pretty side of it. And then under the stripping cycles, we've got this 80 synth, not sure. And this one's kind of your typical your kind of typical human music style uh, thing. It's kind of like a marimba put through an analog synth or something. It has that kind of tone to it. And it's again, this with the spacey dripping cycles is taking place of the marimba, so you still have to have those sharp hits in it. And if you see when it drops out, you just want it to have, you still want it to have those knocking sounds, right? But it changes up the tone. And those work really well together. Could even bring that down just a little bit. Yeah. And then it has a little dropout for the guitar to come in and shine for a second. And these are basic melodies up here. When the guitar actually kicks in, we have that more hair metal, heavy rock kind of sound that you heard at first. And that's through this high octane stack, which is in your electric guitar, distorted guitar. And here's your amp that it's using, this metal amp. Not sure what it's emulating. And then see what they got on the pedal board on this one. They have a little drive you can hit. This distortion. It's like a wah, but the wah's not on. I guess these are just optional. They don't actually put them. They're mainly using the amp. They just add those for, I guess, maybe solos, stuff like that if you need a little extra boost. And so it's playing our main riff here that was palm muted. But it does it fully open and trashy, let's be honest. It does a little trash metal. And believe it or not, that trash sound was actually on purpose. I'm hitting these just like 2-note and 3-note chords depending on which one it is, and so I'm sliding up these 2-note chords that shouldn't be played like that. It should be a single note, but it gives us this kind of rank dissonance, a little bit in it, and it just that garage trash, which I love. And so that kind of brings it up a little bit for the drop. And let's get down to our beat here. A fun little thing that is introduced at first is from this orchestral kit. And so that one, on our orchestral kit, let's see if this is. So you have like all your typical things. You got a snare and some cymbals. But mainly, I'm just using this for those deep floor toms, But it has a full arrangement that you can get to know. But I'm mainly just using them for those kind of hits, like it's the opening ceremonies at the Olympics. And a fun little thing about this one, so I'm doing this along to this guitar up here. And so the first, you can tell how I vary back and forth between when I'm hitting, if I'm hitting on the initial note or if I'm hitting a note later, just a little latent to hit on basically our downbeat and our upbeat. But you can see how they work together. And it hits on this one, the second one. And it hits on the second, right? I like that alternating like that because it's kind of confusing if you don't know it's coming. You're just like, wait, that was a little late. And then bring up the heat a little bit, and you just keep getting heavier. If you look at our colors down at the bottom in our MIDI, how our frequencies just get a little darker as they go on. So at this drop, I just wanted to, bring a little more heat to it. And So we got that. That's our first piece of the beat coming in and introducing that orchestral element. And then I have this cool bass, this Liverpool bass, which I don't normally use. It's just a kind of poppy, old, like a Beatles bass type thing. But one cool element about it is on the lower ends, you can trigger the slide. But if you're real light with it, it doesn't trigger it. You can see on my velocities here how that red is that dark, and it's the one triggering that. So it's like, and I was just figuring that out, and I kind of have been accidentally doing that for a long time. I figured out how to use it dynamically a little bit more. But you can see how this is. It's just a little sloppy slide. And then that slide down from the top one too, that's the one I like. And then it hits that thing. So you can use it dynamically. It also can get in your way because sometimes you're going to hit the note a little too hard, and it's going to throw off what you wanted to trigger. And but let's see, that one is pretty much following, it's following our orchestra and our guitar here. So yeah. So you can hear that. It's still got kind of a 90s grunge thing. Maybe I'm into grunge and I don't even know it. I don't listen to it, but I end up making some shit that sounds like it a lot. So, don't know. Maybe I only like it when it's from the first person perspective. I can see that. So this one's coming in hard. And lastly, we got this beat. This is done through our drum machine designer. And this was a preset kit called Deep Blue. And that one turned out to be a fun kit too. It's got a lot of electronic basses, a couple lasers. But we're mainly just using it for our snare, hi-hat, it's our basic beat. And so that one's set up pretty simply. I think I have an open hat here. It's just keeping the tempo together. But it's got a little swing to it, it's got a little swing step to it. Yeah, and they're throwing a little boo. Yeah, I like that last little, you could do a lot of stuff with that beat. I mean, if you just took it out, but I like that little high tom that drops at the end there. I'm sure that sounds good with the bass too when it hits. But that's our basic beat here. I'm gonna go ahead and show you this intro into the drop real quick. Probably shaking the phone. Yeah, so you can see how they come together. It's kind of like two different songs, If you want to keep that creep slowly, it'd be a good song too. I remember I remember Busta Rhymes had a song that he, what was it? Touch It, Bring It Back. Hydromatic. What was it called? Stop-O-Matic? Oh shit, I forget that now. But he used that as a song to like challenge a lot of artists he worked with to do like this lower and higher thing. He's like, I'm singing, talking real low, and then I'm watching up, and then I'm turning right up. And this song kind of sounds like when you could do that. You could move up slowly and creepy with this, and then when it drops, just start screaming. But anyway, this has been our beat for this week. Maybe HIYA. I don't know. But appreciate y'all showing up. This has been fun. And, make sure to check out everything else on the channel. Check out our podcasts and our music shows. DM me for music if you want. Check out our Patreon. If you want to do some collabs, whatever you want to do, leave us a comment, like and subscribe if you can. If you want to, it's all up to you. This is your world, baby. Do what you want. And I'm going to be back next week. Appreciate y'all.